I talk about all the time, and I listen and watch a lot of podcasts. I listen to a lot of books on these kind of topics, and I can't remember his name exactly. His name eludes me, but it's Peter something, and he's a longevity expert. And he says one of the biggest contributing factors to mortality is one of the biggest contributing factors to bringing your mortality rate down, so extending your life, your longevity, is how much strength you have and how much muscle mass you have. So some of the strength training benefits are absolutely incredible. I've listed out 10 here. I've wrote some things down. A lot of these are things that I've taken from online just to make sure that the science behind it is like really beneficial. So number one, increasing strength for everyday activities. Something that is quite often looked over. So when we're like taking the shopping in, or when we're on the ground and we need to pull ourselves up, when you're doing strength training is also known as sort of hypertrophy training or resistance training, when you're moving resistance against your body. When you're doing this, it's going to build strength up. You're going to build strength up in your upper body, your core, your legs. Like we use our legs every single day. Our legs are, it's the wheels on the car. So if we don't look after them, it's going to get harder to move. So everyday activities, when you're walking up and down the stairs, when you're carrying the shopping, when you're pushing something, like you're going to use the strength that you're doing from strength training exercises from your workout program. It's going to have a massive impact in your life, it's a real impact straight away. As soon as you start strength training, you start working the muscle, you start feeling stronger, you're going to see the impact of that in your life straight away. And until you start doing it, you never really notice it. Number two, it burns more calories, and it does this in two ways. So obviously, when you're strength training, you're going to burn a hell of a lot of calories. It's not easy. If ever you've picked up weights and put them up and back down before, you're going to know, it gets you out of breath, it burns a hell of a lot of calories. So that's one way it burns calories, but another way it burns calories, so if you actually build muscle mass takes more calories to upkeep than body fat does. So for example, I've spoke about this on a couple of webinars before. For example, if someone weighed 100 kilogram and they're a lot higher body fat, but if another person weighed 100 kilogram and they're a lot higher muscle mass, the person with muscle mass is going to find it a lot easier staying at a lower body fat percentage, because he's burning more calories without doing anything at rest, because muscle takes more calories to upkeep than body fat does. So if you build a little bit of muscle, you're going to find it a hell of a lot easier just staying at a lower body fat percentage. This is why some people, they can, not obviously to a certain extent, they can kind of eat any sort of food and pretty much stay at a lower body fat percentage. Like there's a lot of reasons that go into this, but building a little bit of muscle mass can massively help with that. So that's number two. Number three, decreases your risk of falls. So studies show that over 60s have a 34% reduced risk of falls who participate in exercise programs. So I always talk about this, and I always talk about one of the best things that you can do for longevity is building a little bit of muscle mass. Our bodies are the only things, we don't get another body, so the best thing that you can do is make sure that you look after it the best that you can. And if your muscle mass will start to decrease as you get older and older, and you're going to find it a hell of a lot harder to do certain things. Especially, I think falling is one of the biggest mortality rates in the older generation. So if you can put a little bit of muscle mass on and decrease the risk of that it's a no-brainer really, and it's just another benefit of strength training. Number four, great for body composition. So I want to give you the definition of what body composition is really. So in physical fitness, body composition is used to describe the percentage of fat, bone, water and muscle in the human bodies. Because muscular tissue takes up less space in the body than fat tissue, body composition as well as weight determines leanness. So your body composition can change a hell of a lot without the weight on the scales changing, and strength training is one of the best things that you can do for this. It can help tone you up, it can help change the look of your body, like it can help sort of completely change the look of your body without actually the weight on the scales changing. I know a lot of people like have goals to tone up and this can massively be done obviously by eating a high protein diet, but also strength training, resistance training, working the muscle, so just another benefit. Number five, lowers the risk of injury. So strength training helps improve the strength, range of motion and mobility of your muscles, ligaments and tendons. This can reinforce strength around major joints like knees, hips and ankles to provide additional protection against injury. So like it says, it can strengthen knees, joints, like ankles, all these kind of things which we injure quite a lot. I know I've injured my ankle a few times. One of the things that I did to help on my rehab was do lots of ankle mobility movements, lots of like calf raises, which really support around the ankle. So all these kind of things is just another benefit of strength training. Number 6, improves heart health. Multiple studies have shown that regular strength training exercise can decrease blood pressure, lower total cholesterol and improve blood circulation by strengthening the heart and blood vessels. Strength training also can help maintain a healthy body weight and maintain your blood sugar levels. High blood sugar levels are a major risk factor for heart disease. So it can massively improve your heart health. I watched a documentary, and I highly recommend you watch it. I spoke about it a couple of times. It's on Disney Plus. It's Limitless with Chris Hemsworth, and they really go in deep of sort of the benefits of the like working the muscle that it has for the blood, for regulating all these kind of things, for blood sugar. So I highly recommend that you watch that. But number 6 is improving your heart health. So number 7 helps manage blood sugar levels. Skeletal muscle helps increase insulin sensitivity. Also reduces blood sugar levels by removing glucose from the blood and sending it to the muscle cells. As a result, greater muscle mass can help improve blood sugar management. So blood sugar management is obviously when we eat food, our insulin levels from the glucose in the blood can spike. So I speak about this quite a lot, and one of the things that this can cause is like it makes us hungry, it makes us want to snack, it makes us want to eat sugar. So when you're strength training, this can actually bring this down, so it can actually stop cravings as well as sort of all the health benefits from doing that. So it's just another benefit to strength training. What we've got next, number 8, promotes greater mobility and flexibility. So contrary to popular belief, strength training can make you more flexible. Strength training increases joint range of motion, allowing for greater mobility and flexibility. Plus, those weaker muscles tend to have lower range of motion and flexibility. So I know we all think that when we do strength training, it's going to make us stiff, it's going to not help with flexibility and things like this. But obviously, like, we can all still do a bit of yoga, we can all still do a bit of stretching, which is going to massively help with this. But strength training can actually help with the range of motion on sort of when you're bending down, when you're moving in different ways, when you're working like shoulder, rotator cuffs, all these kind of things. It can help strengthen then and increase the range of motion. So range of motion is basically how far you can actually move it. So for example, if you can only get your shoulder to there, but you like improving your range of motion can bring it all the way back round. So that's basically what range of motion is. Number 9, improves bone strength. We're almost at the end. Number 9, improves bone strength. Weight-bearing exercises put temporary stress on bones, sending a message to bone-building cells to take action and rebuild bones stronger. Having a strong bone reduces your risk of osteoporosis, fractures and falls, especially as you age. So again, like another age benefit. So it actually increases bone density when you're working the muscle, and this has been known for years and years and years. And there's lots of studies to show this. And it's kind of like it says, from putting temporary stress on the bone. So your body's a smart thing, it has to adapt. It's the same way you build muscle. So muscle building is done the exact same way. So when you're doing a bicep curl, for example, you're actually tearing the muscle and it grows back, it regrows back bigger and stronger to help cope with the demand that's being put on the muscle. Our bodies, like I say, are designed to designed for survival mode. So all the things that our bodies do are there to strengthen us, to help protect against certain things. So number 10, and last but definitely not least, and I speak about this one quite a lot, it actually boosts your mood, and it's like there's lots of studies to show this. So regular weight training may boost your mood and improve your mental health. Multiple studies have shown that strength training will reduce anxiety and boost your mood. One of the reasons for this, and this is kind of exercise in general really, is exercise releases endorphins. Endorphins are feel-good hormones that get released into the body when you exercise. And strength training is definitely one of the best things that you can do. The amount of times I've gone into the gym not feeling amazing, I've come out feeling absolutely amazing, feeling like all my stress levels have just gone. So they're the 10 benefits of strength training. I appreciate this has been a long video, but there's a hell of a lot of benefits of strength training. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that is It helps you understand one of the many reasons that in sort of the Inspire Uplift Club, I'm getting you on a strength training program. Strength training, resistance training, hypertrophy, it's all the same thing. It's all working the muscle, and it's got a hell of a lot of health benefits. One of the things that I say is, obviously, if you want to lose weight, all you have to do is burn calories. You can do this by walking and burn enough calories. This is why I say we need to stay active, but we also need to do some strength training, because one of the, I always say, and I have got no scientific proof to this, but if you can make strength training part and parcel of your lifestyle, like resistance training, or just going to the gym, finding something that works for you, if you can make it part and parcel of your lifestyle, this is how you make a lifestyle change. Because a lot of the times when people diet, they just diet and try and lose weight and cut the calories, and that's all they do. And it is enough, but it's not enough, because people enjoy food, and it's hard if you're only focusing on the food side of things and you're not focusing on another massive side of things. If you can merge all of them together, it's how you make fitness and health part and parcel of your lifestyle, and that's the mission that I'm on, to try and help people do that.